So you're a CNA. You've been a CNA. You've been working these 12-hour shifts, whether that be daytime or nighttime, and you just feel drained all the time. This is a question that I get quite often on the channel, and I kind of want to alleviate some of that questions that you guys have and some of the pain that you might be feeling being drained from these 12-hour shifts working as a nurse's aide or a nurse tech, CNA basically. I want to be able to answer some of these questions, and in this video we will get really into depth about how to avoid burnout as a CNA. So stay tuned because we are about to get into it. So first, we'll start off with exactly what burnout is. Burnout is, in my opinion, in my definition, is simply being drained, being so tired from a shift, being overworked in some cases, and just not fully having a support. Because I would say from experience, from my years of experience of being a CNA, that when you have the accurate amount of staff, it is quite nice. I'm not going to say it's easy. I'm not going to say that it's better. It's just quite nice to have the staff because you're not running around so much. You're not putting so much wear and tear on your body. The job itself is wear and tear. Nursing itself is wear and tear in some form of fashion. But you have the accurate amount of staff. You're not putting your body through the maximum amount of stress that you would be if you were a bit understaffed. Being burnt out is feeling so exhausted and so tired and not having energy to really do anything else. In my opinion, healthcare shouldn't be like that. In my opinion, also working as a CNA, when I do have the accurate amount of staff or I'm working with that, I don't feel as burnt out. But I also, on the flip side of that same statement, when there isn't enough staff and I am feeling a bit overworked and I am feeling a bit drained, I am feeling a bit tired, quite tired all the time, there are things that I do to avoid burnout. Healthcare burnout is something that is causing a lot of nurses and CNAs to leave. It's causing a lot of nurses and CNAs to resent their job. It's causing a lot of nurses and CNAs to really just be so exhausted and so turned off by the field that they once loved. And I try to stay away from that, and I try to take care of different things that I can do to kind of alleviate some of my pain and stress. And I'm going to knock it down into, let's say, 3 to 4 different things. So let's get into that. I avoid burnout in so many different ways. In some cases, even though I'm PRN now, I have always stuck to this kind of self-care regimen. It's benefited me even when I was full-time. I'm now actually PRN, which I feel like definitely put me in a much better headspace regarding the CNA work and regarding working in healthcare. But yeah, I've had the struggle of my health and my mental health being kind of like diminished from working in healthcare, but it doesn't always have to be like that. And once I started doing these 3 or 4 things, it has helped my mental health. It's helped my energy levels and everything, in stride tenfold. I've done much better with this regimen than I have with any other schedule. And my first thing I would say is getting the accurate amount of sleep. Now, I know. Hold on. Before you guys go off, a lot of you have kids. I'm realizing a lot of you have other, responsibilities. I'm realizing that are requiring you to be awake. But simply getting the right amount of sleep can really take a lot of that stress off of you, can give your body a time to rest and get some sleep and re-energize for another 12-hour shift, whether that be day or night. Sleeping itself is something that I struggle with as well because I'm a student and I don't always have time to just lay down and sleep. But I realized that napping, whether that be 20 minutes to 35 minutes to maybe even an hour nap throughout the day, can make the biggest difference. You don't have to get a full 8 hours in order to feel replenished and refreshed. You don't have to get a full, even 6 hours. You can really just take a couple naps throughout the day if possible, and still be able to, kind of sustain that positive mental health and positive outlook on your job. Because y'all know I don't play when it comes to that work-life balance. I work hard and I also play hard. I travel, I, hang out with my friends, I go out, I party sometimes. So I think that's important in maintaining a balance, because you don't want to lose your balance with healthcare. It will cause you to just be so turned off by the industry. At one point, I was turned off, and I had to do different things to take care of me. One of them was sleeping. One of them was sleeping. The next one was eating right. There's such a huge health component in working in healthcare. I have seen patients with, not the best health have their toes cut off, have, renal failure, liver issues, stomach issues, irritable bowel syndrome, different things. And all of it is acclimated and, pushed towards your diet and your healthy habits. Patients that walk simply recover faster. They don't have the same problems such as hypertension or high blood pressure. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily the health issue itself, but it's how you kind of take care of yourself to prevent that health issue, because prevention is the best policy. Prevention is the best key. And I wish it was taught more, but it's really not. I eat healthy foods. And I know that's so hard for some people to do too, because they have families, they have to feed and everything. But if you are in healthcare, I recommend personally, you go to the gym, whether that be 30 minutes a day, 20 minutes ago, you go walking, you stay active, you stay healthy, because that's going to help your energy levels. That's going to help your work balance throughout life. And it's going to actually put you in a much healthier state when working in healthcare. So sleeping is important. Eating right is important. And a good workout regimen is important as well. And this is just personally what I do. I want to tell you guys what works for me and how I avoid burnout. But these are two things that I do as well to kind of benefit me. And maybe you could pick them up. Maybe I'm missing something. If I'm missing something, put it in the comment section below. But my number 3 is doing something positive for me, healthy for me. Some of you guys might like playing the game. I just got done playing Call of Duty, like I want to say an hour ago. Some of you guys like writing poetry. I like writing poetry. Some of you guys like, writing stories. Some of you guys like drawing, painting, doing yoga. Different outlets to relieve stress is something that you enjoy doing. If you enjoy going for a walk, go for a walk. If you enjoy hiking on your weekends off, go hike on your weekends off. But going out and doing something outside of healthcare instead of just sleeping and working can benefit you from being a victim of burnout. Burnout sucks for all of us. This doesn't even necessarily have to be focused toward healthcare. It can be focused toward any industry. If you're an engineer and you feel overworked, there's different things that you can do to benefit and avoid burnout. You get what I'm saying? Burnout is something that causes people to leave. And I don't want to leave this industry no time soon. And for no reason outside of because I really wanted to. I don't want to resent the job and then have to leave. That's my take on it. And the last thing I could really say for you guys is just to, I know it's kind of simplistic and it seems kind of like whatever, but just like remember your why. If you want something really, really bad, you'll make it happen. You know what I mean? Healthcare is an industry that provides you a bunch of different opportunities. It's a position that can allow you to work 3 days a week. I've worked a corporate schedule, and I will say that I would much rather work the schedule that I'm working now, which is the 312s, and sometimes even less than that because I'm PRN while I'm in school. But 312s is an appealing schedule. Oh, my Apple Pencil fell. 312s is an appealing schedule. It's a schedule that a lot of people would like to work. And for me, coming from a full-time 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, sometimes even like 8 to like 6, Monday through Friday position, I would much rather be in the shoes that I'm in now with healthcare. So remembering your why is important too, because I think oftentimes throughout shifts, sometimes like, man, I'm really, we're really understaffed, or, we're really tired. Everyone seems like they're running around, but I would much rather do this for 3 days than to do the same thing in a different industry for 5 days. That was one of the main things that kind of pushed me toward healthcare, is kind of like the flexibility that you'll have. It's a long-term career. You're never going to be out of work. You're considered a skilled worker with your nursing degree. And, I don't want to leave this industry no time soon. It's an industry that you can benefit. It can benefit your life greatly. You can help people in the process while benefiting your life greatly too. And that's always something that's been attractive to me. But I've worked 9 to 5, 5 days a week, and it's much different than doing 312s. in my opinion. Everybody might not feel that way. I told a nurse that one time, and she was like, well, we work just as hard. And I was like, I'm not going to argue with you, because I'm not going to go, we have to agree to disagree. I like 312s way better than 9 to 5. So those are just some of the things that I do. I'm going to recap one more time: sleeping correctly, having a good workout schedule, and having a good diet, doing things that you really, really enjoy, and remembering your why. Remember your why for entering healthcare. Remember your why for the things that you do, get going, waking up, working 12 hours, going into work, leaving work, coming back the very next day, or sometimes even more than 3 days a week. Remember your why. Remember why you got into it. And remembering your why can often give you that much more motivation. So I hope this video was able to help you guys out in some form of fashion, in some way. We're growing a mile a minute. I didn't even tell you guys a spiel. We're growing a mile a minute. 2,230 subscribers, which is crazy. And we're only going up from here. So, we just had 1,000 in July. This is only 6 months later, and we're already almost double that. So, yeah, just make sure to keep supporting. I'll make sure to keep putting out this bomb content for you guys. But in the meantime, wait on the next video, because I have some heat coming out for you guys. That's all I got for you on this video. I will see you on the next one. Peace.